Welcome to Infinigma, where curiosity never ends. For decades, the Soviet Union stood as a seemingly immovable titan, a superpower that many believed would endure for centuries. But behind the closed doors of the Oval Office, a secret strategy was being forged, one designed to dismantle the USSR from within. This was not a war of bullets, but a war of economics, technology, and psychology. The stakes were nothing less than the future of the world. In 1982, Reagan signed National Security Decision Directive 32. It was a declaration of economic war, hidden in plain sight. The plan's primary weapon? Oil. By convincing allies to flood the market, the U.S. aimed to bankrupt the Kremlin's only reliable source of hard currency. In secretive meetings from Washington to Riyadh, the U.S. forged an alliance with Saudi Arabia to keep global oil prices at record lows. As revenues dried up, the Soviet economy began to bleed. The giant was starving, and the Reagan administration was just getting started. Next came the technological bluff. Reagan announced the Strategic Defense Initiative, famously known as Star Wars. While critics called it science fiction, the Soviet leadership took it very seriously. They knew they couldn't afford to compete in a high-tech arms race. Mikhail Gorbachev found himself trapped. To match the Americans, he would have to bankrupt his nation or seek a path to reform. But the pressure wasn't just coming from the top. In Poland, the Solidarity movement was receiving secret support from the West. Communication, gear, and funds flowed into underground movements, fueling a fire of resistance that the KGB could not extinguish. Simultaneously, psychological operations sowed confusion. Leaked intelligence and disinformation campaigns left Soviet leaders unsure of who to trust. By the late 1980s, the cracks were everywhere. The Soviet grip on Eastern Europe was slipping as millions took to the streets. In 1989, the unthinkable happened. The Berlin Wall, the ultimate symbol of the Iron Curtain, was torn down by the people. The secret plan had worked. Without a single shot fired by American troops, the Soviet Empire began its final descent. On Christmas Day, 1991, the Soviet Union officially ceased to exist. Reagan's long-term vision had redefined the global map forever. The legacy of this hidden war reminds us that sometimes the most powerful weapons are those that remain unseen until the battle is won.